Hello and welcome back once again to the PLP, and it's three quite large Sunday games from League 2, the ones you can see there, and the three home teams, all must-win games if they get to keep up their promotion/playoff hopes alive. I say must-win. Louis in the middle probably has some wiggle room, but for me and Craig, we're in the last chance saloon, you'd think. But the one team he doesn't want to be playing right now is Dan City Y. We'll come to the reasons why later. Just get mine out of the way first, always good. And still no Michael Owen in the starting lineup for no reason whatsoever. Very frustrating. Especially at this point. I understood when we were in the Champions League as well and needing to rotate. But we just got league games, and I understand if it was every other game, but it's never any game. It's been Ferdinand and MATTch for the most part, a bit of Asprilla wiggled in, and Owen coming on for the last 10 minutes once I'm already 6-0 down, usually. But I do have, in theory, a relatively favourable final few games. 3 non-draft opposition in a row, beat Sheffield Wednesday B a couple of days ago, got Brighton B and then one other as well, and Les Ferdinand doing the business. Traded him for Ratman at the beginning of the season, and to be honest, I think I've had the better end of that deal. Isak, you'd have thought, would have been a quality acquisition for Lawrence, and despite coasting to the title, it's not really been because of him. Ferdinand, meanwhile, has kept me solvent on many occasions. That's not ideal. Nice to see Pepe Reina's little bald head back in between the sticks, though. My defence starting to heal itself. Watching the likes of Dimitri Karine and Steve Howie and God knows who else at centre-back in recent weeks has not done much for me, especially away from home. I think I've conceded 18 goals in the last 3 away games. But Jesus Christ, it's parting like that explains why. Ever since Sir Bobby announced he was going to retire, everything has kind of fallen apart. And while I've got quite a few games in hand, I don't really look like doing much damage, and if I got to the playoffs it could be quite embarrassing, to be honest. Not dissimilar to last year where I lost 6-1 in my first leg to Cheshire. Despite winning the home leg, it was game over already. To be honest, I'm holding on for dear life at home to a non-draft team at the moment, so that's with Des Walker and Jonathan Woodgate finally back at the heart of my defence as well. 2 more players I've been missing out on. I mean, the spine of the team should be alright. Reina, Woodgate, Walker, Ballack in the middle, Owen and Ferdinand up front. Seems obvious. Well, it's not Woodgate today, it's Colaccini actually. But I think Woodgate is now nursing himself back to fitness. But for some reason, Sir Bobby, in his older years, has made some very questionable selection decisions. But anything other than a win here, and it surely is curtains for any remaining playoff hopes. Just feel like I'm seconds away from a catastrophic mistake at all times. Not dissimilar to the real Newcastle team right now, to be honest. There you go, there's one of them. It's those kind of passes you just know are coming. He looks offside, and I need him to be. Thank God for that. Really is a case of now holding on for dear life and then seeing if Michael Owen can score in the final 15 minutes. He looks offside as well. And of course, take Les Ferdinand off and bring on Joe Linton, who famously thrives up front. Obviously, I love Sir Bobby dearly, but this is getting slightly ridiculous. I've got Michael Owen on the bench, I've got Asprilla on the bench, and he's put on ball winner Joe Linton up front, taken off my leading goal scorer. I can't explain it. My drafting was not intended to end up with Joe Linton and MATTch up top. Half an hour to save the season. If anything, I'm going to be holding on for a draw with my dear life. Warren Barton, the game changer. Absolutely no need for Michael Owen at this stage. I think we can all agree on that. That's what Joe Linton's up top for. Watch him go and score now. If I could curse myself in reverse, that would be nice. Penalty! Give it to Joe Linton. What a hit. Straight out of the Harry Maguire playbook. He was so good in Season 1. Hasn't really been able to put a selection of games together consecutively this season. I've ended up with a lot of Thomas Hitzelsberger in the middle, which hasn't been ideal. Neither is seeing Nobby Solano come on at centre mid. Yes, come on, MATTch. That is not your celebration, but special occasions, I'll allow it. And let's keep Michael Owen's powder dry for the summer when there are no games left. There's no need for him. Somehow got over the line and somehow still in that playoff picture. Really can't work out how. My goal difference must be ridiculous. The only team to ever make it into the playoffs with a minus 50 goal difference. But I'm delighted. Right, 1 out of 3 completes. 2 more home wins needed to keep everything exciting. This one in particular. So Craig in fantastic form. Cunyago on the bench, which I'll explain why that's funny in a second. And Wyman really not offering much in the way of league form. Now playing youth players to save himself for his ongoing Europa League campaign. But Craig never beats Wyman. He just doesn't do it. Just doesn't happen. The only time I've ever seen it happen briefly is when we used to play F1 online together. And even if that was the case, Wyman would just stand in the middle of the track and then wipe out Craig as he went past, just to stop it from happening. So this could be that equivalent, really. And already he's 3 shots to the good away from home at Portman Road. The reason why the Cunyago element is funny is because poor Craig, despite his good form, is really struggling for strikers at the moment. A lot of injuries. I think Santa Cruz is out, Jimenez is out, and of course Bergkamp's out. And he's been left with Jota as his only draft option. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Complemented by the likes of Alan Armstrong, Jamie Scowcroft, Cunyago, Kwamya, those of Ipswich legends. And he did say that if Cunyago scores a goal in these final 3 games, then he'll buy the beers for this summer's draft weekend. Expecting he wouldn't even make the bench, but he is there, sitting there plotting a fruitful ale delivery. But to be honest, at this point, Craig will take a goal from anyone. This has been a turgid first half. Will absolutely put him in a foul mood. He's 20 minutes into his actual Portman Road visit with Ipswich Borough at the moment. I'm not sure how that one's going, but he, like me, absolutely needed to win this game, and it's been a terrible first half. Of course, Wyman will revel in this. knocking his cousin out of those playoff hopes. Gary Neville getting injured isn't going to help. This result does actually come out of nowhere. Craig's been so good in recent weeks. It's actually quite frustrating to watch, even as an uninterested party. This has been Wyman's best performance of the season so far, with an unknown youthie in midfield, having played a couple of days ago in the Europa League, travelling to the Ukraine. And then he puts in two players off from the youth team, from what I can see actually. Needs one. MATTch! Come on, 25 minutes for Kenyago. This isn't me cheering for the track the Bolge just because I prefer the track the Bolge. This is to keep those that playoff competition buzzing until the very last moment. Richard Wright in goal, doing the right thing, moving out of the way for his former Ipswich colleagues. Florent Malouda on, everyone's favourite hero. And we're still yet to see Pablo. Jota, MATTch, surely, how was he missed? What a block by Kuehl. Malouda. Oh. Pressure ramping up. Can he get a winner? Is it a pen? It's a pen! Nearly seen a pen in every game this weekend. And MATTch with a chance. And Richard Wright has not done the right thing this time. 20 minutes. Been a much better second half, but that penalty miss and that first half combined has done the damage. Come on, late drama. No, it's not going to happen. Or is it? Come on. Of course, I don't know which way that drama's going to go. Oh dear. It's Yakubu. Haven't seen much of him this season. And that, just like the away leg a couple of weeks ago, which also ended 1-1, is potentially curtains for poor Craig and his playoff hopes. He called it. And just as I look down, Middlesbrough have taken the lead at Portman Road. Literally this very second I've had the flash score coming through. What are the chances? Anyway, Louis, as you just saw from the table, on the cusp of automatic promotion, and oh my goodness, what a fantastic team. Louis has been crying out for some rotation for weeks with the Conference League campaign ongoing, and he's finally had a break from European football, and then De Zerbi decides to rotate his entire team. Darren Huckabee, Yusuf Chippo, and Roy Wegerle, or Wegerle, don't even know how to pronounce it, American striker from the 90s, all getting involved. We saw Peter Unlov on the score sheet the other day. All very, very enjoyable on, of course, the weekend where Coventry have made it back into the Premier League. There'll be a whole load of new Coventry players to choose from in a couple of seasons' time. PLP seasons' time. Just need to get their Premier League appearances under their belt next year first, before being added to the database. Of course, it's been the most incredible month in general for Louis. Become a dad, get promoted, but of course the thing that would top everything is if he got promoted on here too. No question about it, no competition. I know that's where his wife's focus has been for some time now. making sure that he did secure that PLP promotion. Huckabee! Third goal of the season. I don't know where those other ones have come from, because I haven't seen him. But what a hit. Just to make Craig Bolge's day even better, watching the former Norwich man bury one from 25 yards. He's got a second. God. Craig's going to come home to find that Sophie's painted his house yellow and green. Can't think of, or the cat. I can't think of much else that could go wrong right now. Also can't think of many things, more things that could go right for Mr. Louis Williams. Oh, Huckabee wants a hat-trick. He'll take 2 goals and assist though. With that Warringham goal result from yesterday. Really does just leave Louis and Chesh really fighting for that third place. Outside chance for the red wall, but they've had a couple of draws in recent weeks. So it does now really look like a 2-horse race for that final automatic spot alongside Dauncey and Chamberlain. Man Utd C have caused a couple of upsets this season. Jordi Cruyff has been an unexpected revelation up top. Can't really offer anything in response to Louis today. No Whelan. Look at that front four. That is glorious. That is exactly what I pictured when I set up this kind of thing. Just nostalgia galore. Hit. Well, Ipswich have just equalised. I'll just wait for the inevitable "it's been ruled out" flash score to follow it. Phil Babb. De Zerbi is meeting the brief today. This is lovely to watch. It's Noel Whelan's first appearance actually. Still a few of the others. Noel Whelan and Roy Wiggle up front. Huckabee and Shippo out on the wing. Phil Babb at the back. Is that Noel on the score sheet? It is! First appearance, first goal for the Sky Lews. Don't even think Louis is going to be old enough to remember Noel Whelan. Ask Chris, he'll remember. Sorry for that slight disappearing act. Just realised that my laptop wasn't charging and nearly conked out. Craig nearly had a very nice reprieve at that point. So, what does that do? It does push Louis back into the automatics. 2 points clear with the game in hand. 2 wins away from promotion. Sorry, I'm massively out of breath now. I had to run up and down the stairs. Elsewhere, I'm on the cusp. I'm a joint on 76 points with Danielle C with that game in hand as well. Actually looking quite good. Suddenly, all of a sudden, it's all got very close. 6 points from 3rd to 8th. Bustin also in that picture with myself, but Craig, unfortunately, now looks like a bit of a mountain to climb. Jazz of the Rovers, the other team, who could potentially put in a late surge with their final 2 games. Oh God, what have I done to myself? Right. No manager sackings other than these 3 from the lower league clubs recently. And looking forward, you've actually got a break from me tomorrow. I'll come up with the week ahead schedule. But actually, I might even leave that flexible because we don't know what the big games are until everything unfolds. But we've got a lot of League 2. We've got the start of the NLP playoffs. We've got League 1's final 2 games. And then League 2 itself finishes Monday week because they couldn't quite fit the remaining games in for this final 7 days. So anyway, drama, exhaustion, good wins for me and Louis. And unfortunately, the day that Craig's promotion hopes pretty much ended at the hands of his cousin. See ya.